Meditation, intimate experiences with the divine through contemplative practices. A common sentient series by Sacred Stories Publishing. The quieter you become, the more you're able to hear. Rumi. A time to choose. We find ourselves right now in the age of great transformation, one of the most consequential moments in human history. These are indeed the times that the great prophets and seers throughout the millennia have spoken about. Mankind has experienced and survived many eras of tremendous change, of course, yet with each turn of the spiral, the permutations become more amplified, as if there will be one final revolution of the cycle that turns it all around, so we can start anew once more. Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome back to The Next Normal, hosted by the Brahma Kumaris Meditation Museums, right here in the Washington Metropolitan D.C. area. I'm your host, Sister Jenna, and I was just looking at that promo of that book I did, Meditation, Intimate Conversations, I think, with the Divine, or Intimate Experiences with the Divine. I'm so sorry, it's been such a long time. But I have to tell you, it's a great read. Honestly, if you haven't really gotten a copy, just go to Amazon and get one. It's been really a living experience. I've noticed, though, just about everything that we do comes to life. And I know it has everything to do with the intentionality behind everything that we do. I would love to say everything, but most of the things that we do, we are making effort to get to that point of putting intentionality in everything that we do. What is intentionality? Your motives are pure. Your wishes are pure. Your feelings for whatever you're putting in are pure. It means I'm not here to create harm for you. I don't want to cheat you. I don't want to hurt you. I just think that this thought and this idea will help you to feel better, will help you to do better. That's pure intentionality. I feel like whatever I'm going to do is going to raise my vibrations and make me into a better person. And that means I'm not going to be a slave to my past. Thanks for those who've been wanting a part 2 and a part 3 of past lives. It is a very deep topic. This morning when I got up, I was looking at Sister Gita's eyes in her picture, and I kept feeling, you're on to another journey now. You're on to another lifetime. Can you believe that? I walk with that conviction in me that she hasn't died, but she has finished playing her part as Sister Gita, the mother to Sister Jenna, an instrument of the Brahma Kumaris, African Caribbean woman who was married to an Indian Punjabi man who lived in Kingston, Jamaica. And whatever has been her role and her part, the part is over. Isn't that interesting, everyone? Isn't that interesting? She lives her whole life for 8 decades. For 6 of those 8 decades, I'm traveling with her on her path. For 4 decades, we've been in service together to God and humanity. All the experiences that the soul received, that is now recorded in the soul. All the realizations that she's had about her soul that has exited the soul, realizations like, I don't deserve to suffer. Sadness is not my religion. Thoughts like, I'm not worthy to be loved, or am I lovable? That exit, she worked on herself. She exited those thought vibrations by letting God's love and God's light show her who she really is. Now, 8 decades later, this soul that inhabited the body that is called Sister Gita, it's now, the part is over. Now she's onto a new part, a new role, maybe in a new gender, maybe with a new language, a new ideology of religiosity, a new colored skin, quality hair, shape of eyes, nose, mouth, features, all as a result of the experiences that were deeply etched in her subconscious. While the soul is in the womb, the vibration of her subconscious truths, which are those deepest thoughts that we sometimes don't pay attention to because we're so distracted by the ego thinking, attachment thinking, we can't really see who we are. That soul is now in the womb of a mother, preparing for a new life. I'm just going to pause. I don't know if it's too much for you. You might wonder, where do you get this belief? How do you know it's the truth? Well, what is the validity to all of that? There are many reasons I can answer why I know it's true. I know that the person that I am today is not from the experiences I've had in this lifetime. There is no way. So I'm just giving her journey because she's just left us, that I know she's entered another womb. I know it. I can feel it. I see it. Is it an illusion? Absolutely not. When you plant a seed in the earth, if you give it sun and water and time, it grows. The soul never dies. It grows, goes into different experiences. Each birth a soul takes, it is to be evolving and understanding more and broadening its understanding of life. So back to this whole idea. So I think of Sister Gita now, and I know she's no longer Sister Gita, so why am I even addressing her as that? Habit. It's just a habit. It is her soul. It is the soul that has now moved on. And the soul has finished playing the part of Sister Gita, aka Yvonne Stevenson, Dolores Brown, whatever her physical parental names were, but she's moved on. She's creating a new pathway. She's carrying the experiences that she has attained in this previous birth when she was Sister Gita. But when she enters that womb, she's not remembering details, but she'll feel the vibrations of the love that we are sending to her, the vibrations of peace that we're sending for her. If I was wrapped up in sorrow and pain and a sense of loss, she would be pulled to that, and she would feel sadness and sorrow and loss because she loves me. But there's also attachment in her too, and that attachment will pull her into sorrow. So I've made it a commitment to just love her purely as the soul moves on to another role, another life, another part. Now let's fast forward. Let's say she's born and she lives that life out as a man, as an explorer, or let's say she's born as a boy in a royal family with life being very easy for her. And she has a responsibility of taking care of this and that, and her experiences are different, but maybe she'll feel this nudging going on in her life. Like there's a love that she remembers. She's looking for a soulmate. She doesn't know why she's seeking a soulmate. She's in a royal the soul is in a royal family. You see how I mess up? Her soul has reached a royal family. It is God, life is great, but the soul is seeking a soul connection. Somewhere there was a deep love. There was something that she used to do, that the soul used to do, and they're just trying to remember, and it's coming in at the same time of the present karmic journey of this new birth. I want you to imagine now, if you've taken 20, 40, 50, 60, 84 lives, who are you? how do you neutralize all of those memories and experiences in you? What are the scents, the sounds, the people, the places, the things that you're doing that are activating the memory of the past? I used to remember a student, very sweet sister. She was from Brazil. She worked for the diplomatic corps. And whenever she would come to the meditation space, she would dress like nothing you've ever seen. And I used to sometimes chuckle, and I used to ask her, "Did you look in the mirror when you got dressed this morning?" "Oh, yes, I did." And I just used to laugh in my mind because the way she dressed, it was so antique, so eccentric. Like, it didn't make sense, the color combination, the way she did her hair. But I knew it was some past lives that were coming into her perception as to how she saw herself in that mirror. And what she was pulling forth were memories of a past way of living with her current life. But it didn't connect. It was kind of mixed up, you know? And so one of the important gifts of the Raj Yoga teachings offered by the Brahma Kumaris is that it's not that you have to do like past life regressions. In some cases, it helps. For some people, it would be very useful. Scientists still are very skeptical about the idea because they still haven't accepted the notion of soul. But I just want to give you an example of like a past life regression versus the teachings of Raj Yoga meditation. So with past life regression, a hypnosis takes you into your subconscious realm where all your memories are stored. So all of the sanskaras, the experiences of many lives, are sitting in you as a vibration. But then the hypnosis will ask you, what are you seeing? What are you feeling? And you can say, oh, I see myself living in a palace. I was a queen. You know, and the hypnosis would say, the hypnotizer would say, but you know you're not a queen now, right? But if you watch your behavior, you treat people like they're your slaves. Oh, you come here. Did I give you permission to come and talk to me? Please leave the room. And maybe you're like working at McDonald's. I'm not saying anything is wrong with working at McDonald's. But imagine if you're working at McDonald's and you are the manager there and you're just telling all of your workers, did I give you permission to talk to me like that? I mean, they would be so confused. And they'd wonder, who do you think you are? And so what happens is that past life transgressions perhaps can sort of highlight for you a birth or an experience that is complicating your present existence. It's a good thing if you want to go into it. But the benefit of Raj Yoga meditation is to guide you to becoming very sensitive to observing, is there a thought? Is there a situation? Is there a person that whenever you're engaged in that situation or person or thought, your happiness isn't there. Your worthiness isn't there. Your love isn't there. Then you know it's a past birth or a past life that's holding you back from your current day fortune. Now, let's say, for example, you're born in a very challenging situation, marginalized. There isn't enough money. You're being abused. It's past life belief systems where the soul is taking way too much from society and perhaps they need to start to give back. Good wishes, pure feelings, love, respect. You have to work hard. You'll have to dig yourself up from underground. I get it. It can be tough. But if you're consistently allowing the debt of your past birth to keep taking away the fortune of your present life, then it's as if you never feel you're up. You never feel like you're ahead of the game. So in Raj Yoga meditation, you have enough knowledge to recognize if your happiness or your peace has been obstructed, it's from your past, I tell you. And the past has the influence of algae. that acronym I share all the time. A for anger, L for lust, G for greed, A for attachment, E for ego. So I leave you with this thought process. Do you want to be free and happy, or do you want to feel trapped and in a bondage and caged? What is your desire for your life? What is your wish? Happiness, love, freedom, spiritual strength and security, or feeling trapped, powerless, in a bondage, insecure, or afraid? All of that is my past lives are still influencing my current existence. In the teachings of Raj Yoga, it breaks that. Consider yourself a soul. Go to God's light. Breathe in His love and His beauty, and the past lives won't have that impact on you anymore. Oh, I feel like taking a breath. I hope that wasn't too much for you, but I hope it gives you insight. In essence, if you're losing your happiness, you're influenced by your past. Let's take a moment.
I can feel, I believe, I am healed, I am whole, I release, I know. No need to try, no need to worry or question why. Surrender, let go, release and know. Breathe. Breathe.
Breathe. Breathe. Keep breathing. We're carrying so much inside of the soul. So many feelings and thoughts and experiences that we can't even discern them clearly. The best way to do it is to keep checking and changing yourself along the way as you're interacting with people and things. And even if you're by yourself and you feel dull or flat, that's past lives. They're interfering in your present day karma. Because if you are very present and you're in the awareness of yourself as this sparkling being of energy and light, God's child, the Supreme Being's child, you'll be creative. You'll be creating, you'll be making things happen. You will make your environment be put in order. Your spaces would be clean. You would think about growing and achieving your life. You would believe in the impossible becoming possible for you. You would mend relationships if they were broken. You would be happy. You would bring joy where you go. There would be a maturity and understanding, a sense of responsibility with lightness. You would feel free if you're present and you're in connection to God, the Supreme, and you are being the soul, the sparkling light that you are behind your eyes. And when those past lives come up, and the ones that will interfere with you aren't necessarily always the happy ones. The happy ones are supporting your good vibrations now anyway. But it's the ones that kind of are cheating you, holding you back, trying to collect something from the energy that you are. So keep paying attention. If your happiness or your peace or your self-respect is being compromised, you might be under the influence of a past birth. How do you erase it? Go inside. Consider yourself a soul, pure, peaceful, powerful, loving. And then remember God's love and light. Make yourself become very present. It'll be easy. Let's take a look. Santosh, could we look at something like what Chat or Awakened Intelligence would say about past regressions or past life, and is it beneficial or is it not? If you can show me. So past life regression is a therapeutic technique that uses hypnosis to recover what practitioners believe are memories of past lives or incarnations. While mainstream psychology and medical fields generally do not recognize past life regression as a scientifically validated method, it remains a popular approach within certain spiritual and therapeutic communities. So here are some steps. It helps with emotional healing. Some people undergo past life regression to address deep-seated emotional issues or phobias. I've seen that myself with people. Understanding personal relationships. Practitioners often claim that past life regression can help individuals understand their relationships better. I've seen that too. Resolving karma. In spiritual terms, past life regression is sometimes sought to understand and resolve some karmic debt. Spiritual insight and growth. Many seek past life regression for a deeper understanding of their soul's journey over multiple lifetimes. Curiosity and exploration, it offers that. Enhanced self-awareness, it can offer that. Therapeutic relief, yes, it can offer that. What are some of the critical considerations? It's important to note that the scientific community generally views past life regression very skeptically. Critics argue that the memories, so-called memories recovered during regression, are often fabrications or confabulations influenced by the client's expectations. The therapist suggests or cultural factors. So furthermore, there's a risk that such practices might lead to false memories, which can complicate a person's sense of reality or history. So that's why I always feel that if you study Raja Yoga meditation, you don't have to go through all of that. but you continue to keep checking. If your peace or your happiness is compromised, go inside. What is it that you have to let go of? What can love heal? Here are your Avyak signals for today. We're focusing on the month of Karma Yoga, which means perform your actions in God's remembrance. Karma means relationships, interaction. Yoga means in the name of God. In the name of God means during the service that you do of the Supreme Father. So let the interaction in doing something in the name of God both be together. This is known as being a karma yogi who's following elevated directions. Say to yourself, I'm not a soul who just interacts, but I'm one who interacts with others and also does everything in the name of God. That is, whatever I'm doing it in the service of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you all so much for joining us today on The Next Normal. I hope there was something that renewed your spirit, refreshed you for the day to just keep going ahead, full charge ahead, making your life into a complete diamond. I believe attachment is complicating my interpretation of myself and others. So one of the things I'm working on is to reduce my energy of attachment. So how do I do that? I practice loving everybody the same. And as I experience the benefit of that, somehow my understanding of myself and others seems a little bit clearer and cleaner. Thank you again for joining us. Wishing you all the very best. Many, many blessings. See you again soon.
Have you been feeling overwhelmed, stressed, out of balance lately? Do you crave for a pocket of peace and tranquility in your busy life, but you struggle to find the time or space? Then we have the perfect solution for you, Meditation on Wheels. It's an RV sanctuary traveling in the metropolitan Washington D.C. area, offering transformative meditation experiences. It's a movable oasis of calm at your doorstep. Book us today to come to your business, school, government space, or event. Why? We bring the calm to you. meditationonwheels.com